3, 2.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. A special thank you to ArchiDAO and the whole ArchiDAO community for arranging this for us and according us the opportunity to tell you about our Lusowe Eco Estate. My name is Philip Tembo. I'm the co-founder and lead developer of Lusowe Eco Estate, and I'll be telling you a little bit more about our project and what we're doing in Southern Africa today. So just allow me a moment to share my screen and we can go get ahead with it. Awesome. So today I'm going to be telling you about Lusowe Eco Estate. We are advancing the African civilization through urban development, ensuring sustainability through food security and agriculture, and saving our planet through conservation. Our problem. Despite global indicators projecting a population decline in most of the developed world, Africa's population is projected to double to about 3 billion by 2050 and potentially double again by the end of the 21st century. Public goods and services providers, like local governments, are failing to keep up with this population increase. Current urban infrastructure isn't ready to support this population increase. The agricultural sector faces a similar predicament. Lack of adequate sustainable farming practices, technology, and machinery poses a threat to the food security of this growing population. Lack of systematic urban development and sustainable agricultural practices are contributing to the degradation of green zones, which in turn increases the effect of climate change. Our solution. Our solution is master-planned virtual and physical communities enabling a new way to learn, work, and play. This will be done by adopting sustainable urban development, agriculture, and conservation practices. Conservation is so important to us. We have set our main metric to be to conserve at least 50% of all the land we will acquire. Opportunity. Some of the opportunities we're looking to capitalize on include urban development, the development of virtual and physical communities, leveraging technology such as virtual reality and extended reality, as well as blockchain technology to enhance our everyday lives. This will allow us to create both virtual and physical marketplaces where we will earn lifetime royalties on activities taking place in these marketplaces. It will also accord us the opportunity to create employment for both virtual and physical development and administration of our communities, as well as push further research and development within these spaces. The opportunity to enhance the quality of life, express and monetize our culture through socio-economic entities such as technology and innovation hubs, startup accelerators, and startup incubators, art galleries, music and film studios, as well as athletics clubs, sporting facilities, and country clubs, to name a few, not forgetting health and education. Agriculture. The opportunities in agriculture include aquaculture, poultry, piggery, cropping, pasturing, nursery, timber, and many others, with an emphasis on processing and export quality produce. Conservation. We will create the largest private game reserve in Zambia. This private game reserve will serve as a tourist attraction, hosting the African Big Five, such as elephants, lions, leopards, rhinos, and Cape buffaloes. The private game reserve will also host numerous plains game, such as giraffe, zebra, hippo, and various antelope in a true African bush setting. It will also include various ferry accommodation, and an airstrip for private access. The private game reserves opens up the opportunity for revenue earned through carbon credits. The current private game reserve in Zambia is the Chaminoka Private Game Reserve. It has held the title for about 45 years at 4,000 hectares. We will double the lead by acquiring and conserving 8,000 hectares. Traction. Our MVP. Lusowe Eco Estate currently occupies a 600-acre parcel of land with 2 kilometers of riverfront on the Vuvia River in eastern Zambia. We are dedicating 25 acres to the development of the Founders Village, a riverfront village with 100 residential plots in our eco estate. The rest of our estate, about 550 acres, will be conserved and rehabilitated to its natural state during this phase. Moonshot. Lusowe Eco Estate has already conducted preliminary due diligence on about 35,000 acres of land, which will be used to expand the estate's development area. This expansion will increase the estate's riverfront to 15 kilometers. We will conserve about 20,000 acres of this land and rehabilitate it to its natural state. Upon this land, we will also create this is where we'll create the largest private game reserve in Zambia. We will also dedicate about 7,500 acres to a self-sustainable eco estate complete with all amenities. A similar 7,500 acres will be dedicated to agriculture and farming to ensure adequate food security for our eco estate and region as a whole. The market size. In 2020, the total number of internet users was 4 billion. Of these 4 billion, 2 billion were extended reality users. And out of the 2 billion extended reality users, 250 million of them were metaverse users. By 2025, it is projected that there will be 7.5 billion internet users. This is not a surprising statistic. In Africa, the region with the fastest growing number of internet users, we have more internet access than we have access to clean drinking water for the residents of Africa. During this period, extended reality users are projected to grow to 3.5 billion, while metaverse users are projected to grow to 1 billion. Our competitive analysis. Lusowe Eco Estate sits at the crossroads of both a virtual, competitive advantage. 10 key development. We will systematically develop properties through a 10 key approach. We will identify, we do this by 1, identifying the property. 2, carrying out market research and feasibility studies. 3, acquiring land and unlocking the property value. 4, carrying out master planning, which includes zoning and township development. 5, carrying out marketing, sales, and offtake agreements. 6, carrying out internal infrastructure development. 7, carrying out contractor and building project management. And 8, we will finally transfer the developed properties to the end users. Our go-to-market plan. Lusowe Eco Estate will capitalize on virtual land to sell our eco estate off plan. A virtual replica of Lusowe Eco Estate, complete with virtual real estate, will be constructed for the eco estate. Residents of Lusowe Eco Estate will have their own unique pieces of the eco estate in the cloud, in which they can host guests, interact with other residents, showcase their virtual art, write music and other assets, and even play games against other residents and visitors. Funds raised from the sale of virtual land will be utilized for the construction and development of our eco estate. Competitive analysis. Lusowe Eco Estate sits at the crosshairs of both a virtual marketplace and a physical one. Lusowe Eco Estate has a bias towards conservation. Chaminoka. Chaminoka is the largest private game reserve in Zambia. It recently established a small master planned community, a wildlife estate, and this is one of the most prestigious suburbs in Zambia. Foxdale Forest. This is a little suburb in Zambia, which is the first eco estate in Zambia. Broccoli. This is a metaverse project with a conservation theme in Asia. It is still under development. Roma Park, an upscale master plan suburb in Zambia. Nkwashi, a modern master plan satellite city in Lusaka designed to accommodate 100,000 residents around a university anchor. Sandbox and Decentraland. These are two of the big four metaverses globally. Market validation. Nkwashi, established in 2014, Nkwashi has a market cap of 1.5 billion and has so far sold 1,500 of its 9,400 parcels, which average 7 ETH. Chaminoka. Chaminoka established a wildlife estate in 2016, which currently has a market cap of about 100 million US dollars. It has so far sold about 50 plots out of a total of 250 plots, which average around 20 ETH. Sandbox. With a market cap of around $500 million, Sandbox has so far sold 15,000 parcels of land out of its 160,000 plots. These plots average for about 6.5 ETH. Decentraland. With a market cap of about 1.5 billion, 5,000 out of the 96,000 parcels of land have been sold at an average price of 7 ETH. Product. Lusowe Eco Estate features 2 kilometers of riverfront. We have access to high-speed internet, so we can still enjoy nature while still having modern amenities and conveniences. It is located midway between Lusaka and Lilongwe, capital cities for Zambia and Malawi respectively, making it easy to get to from anywhere in the area. There are 3 international airports serving this area: Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in Lusaka, Kamuzu International Airport in Lilongwe, and the nearest Mfuwe International Airport, located at the entrance of the South Luangwa National Park, a National Geographic hotspot, which is only 1 hour away from our estate. If you'd like to explore further, Lake Malawi is 400 kilometers away. You won't need a long commute to access necessities, as Petauke, the second largest town in Eastern Province, is 15 kilometers away. Our eco estate will be packed with fantastic African wildlife such as zebra, giraffe, and impala, as well as walking trails and picnic spots to bring you closer to nature. You can also use our 600 acres of development space for tourism and recreation, or you can participate in our virtual economy through our metaverse replica of our estate. And because we are promoting sustainable living practices, including conservation, you will have a peace of mind knowing that your investment is low cost but high impact. This is a theme showcasing what we want our eco estate to look like, and definitely gonna build up in the metaverse as well. Roadmap. Our roadmap continues to evolve and grow as our project progresses. We have so far completed the following: the project inception, problem definition. We have registered our cooperative and given it DAO-like features. We have registered our trademarks, and we have also established partnerships. Our ongoing tasks and milestones include website and social media official launch, We soft launched our project through a landing page on MailChimp and also have a master plan or white paper, which is in form of an article on Medium. We have 300 followers on Twitter and 60 followers on Instagram. And we have also registered several domains like lusoweecoestate.com and lusoweecoestate.io. We are also finalizing our municipal location plan as well as our final render of the Lusowe Eco Estate concept. Our financials. We are raising 50,000 US dollars through a pre-seed round or a community round. This will be done through the sale of property in our eco estate in our pre-sale. And we're also accepting grants and other forms of investment. The funds raised will be utilized for further development of our project, especially for marketing our pre-sale sales campaign, fostering further partnerships, and increasing project awareness. The revenues from our pre-sale will total about 5 million US dollars or 1,600 Ethereum. The private sale will be done in our inaugural village called the Founders Village, and it will take up 25 acres of the total 600 acres of our land. It will have 100 residential stands measuring 800 square meters or about 8,600 square feet. There will be 50 ordinary plots for sale, which will start at $50,000 or 16 ETH. And there will be 25 riverfront plots for sale, which will start at 100,000 US dollars or 32 ETH. Our tokenomics. The Lusowe Eco Estate Founding Resident NFT represents the founders village of 100 riverfront plots, which can be owned by an individual, a group of people, a DAO, or even an organization. It entitles holders to the same rights as physical land title and will be a parallel land registry to the traditional deeds office in our early days. This is the perfect parcel of land to build a vacation home or a private getaway, a boathouse, a lookout tower, or even a mini eco resort. There will be 100 editions of the Lusowe Eco Estate Founding Resident NFT. Distribution will be as follows. 10 NFTs will go to the team, 5 will go to the community, 5 will go to marketing, 5 will go to promotions and giveaways, and 75 will be sold through our private sale. Our team. We have on our team special advisors for our virtual property development, ArchiDAO, and also Kojo Construction for our physical property development. I am Philip Tembo, the founder and lead developer, and I have a background in economics with a degree from the University of Zambia and also work experience in construction and civil engineering in our family business, which has been operational for about 40 years, where I'm third generation. Mr. David Chakoleka, our legal advisor, is also a partner in the leading law firm in Zambia. And Mr. Muzala Mukua, our chief financial officer, also serves as the head of finance at Stanbic Bank Zambia and previously served as the head of finance for Absa Bank Zambia. Nyemba Tembo, our community manager, is a graduate of the University of West England in journalism and also a YouTuber with about 15,000 followers, 25,000 followers on YouTube and 15,000 followers on Instagram. Here is our information if you'd like to learn more about our project or get in touch.
Great presentation, Philip.
Thank you
Big
so
round of
much.
applause. Yeah,
Thank you
like
so much, Amir.
I must appreciate you like it feels so like proud that you are leading this mission and like getting this kind of technologies and experiment in the space. So uh very proud of all the development you're doing. And I'll also open up a stage for anyone in the call if they have questions, comments.
Sure, thank you. We'll be glad to answer some questions.
uh I'll put I'll ask Bobby, what are your thoughts? We did I maybe I lost Bobby. Oh, she can't speak now. Sorry. Uh, Shri, Hiri, Richa, if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to share. I'm being put on the spot now. Okay. Uh,
Sorry guys, I joined late, but I'm hoping this call was amazing. So I'll check the recordings and yeah, maybe if I have any question, I'll put it in Discord.
yeah. Bobby says, great explanation on the project. Thanks for showing data to us. And I think like
Thank you very
one thing I like, since I am aware of the project, it might be great if you can like how are you guys handling the legal data of, and if I hold an NFT, is the NFT transferred with a deed or in physical life property ownership? Like how are you guys handling that?
awesome, awesome. Thank you for the question, Amir. So currently the laws in Zambia and the central bank specifically are not strict on the use of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. So there's the opening in the system that allows us to market the project as an NFT project, but also at the same time, we will also be providing traditional land registration through our National Deeds Office, which would be tied together with the NFTs we'll be selling for our project. We're looking to do this from the inaugural stages of our project, and also possibly influence the policy around property ownership, physical property ownership, such as motor vehicles, uh, houses, land, and any other physical assets on chain in our country. And also to just add to your question, we have the founder of the Ethereum Foundation, Vitalik, working together with a couple of other entrepreneurs and our government to formulate this policy that will sustain the use of cryptocurrencies, blockchain technologies, as well as ease of doing business in our country, such as ease of registration of companies like they have in the USA with the Delaware C type of corporation, and everything in between. So it's really exciting for what we're doing. It's really early, and we're taking advantage of the current situation to market our project with the sale of NFTs, but we'll also do all the background work to ensure that the deeds with our National Registration Office are also done accordingly and tied to get to that NFT.
I see. And one question would be like, people like NFT can be easily transferred and it's very like highly liquid asset. So if people are, let's say, changing NFT ownership and transfership every day, every uh, uh, half an hour. Like, how are you reflecting that with the physical ownership?
Awesome. Good question. So currently, because of the red tape around physical property registration, it wouldn't really be possible for us to match in real time the reflection of the true owner. But also at the same time, the NFT process also allows us to digitally KYC our future customers and have all that information uh, on hand, possibly through a DAO, where that information is really just brought to us on alert of a new owner, and then we can take that up and take it to the National Land Registry Office and get those titles changed to the real owners.
Good. And what do you see would be the biggest challenge to make this a reality?
So we see our biggest challenge being the adoption. We see this as our early days, sort of like when Elon Musk was beginning with Tesla. They sort of had to create a more expensive project in the form of the Tesla Roadster before it could be scaled down to much cheaper options. So yeah, our biggest challenge would be on adoption and affordability of our project,
Got, got it.
especially for the local African community, considering the exchange rate and the development. But why we're pushing with this price point is because if we're very capable of reflecting an African price point, but it also allows international clients from the US to step in, for example, and also purchase those NFTs, especially the fact that we're starting with virtual land, which is sort of gaining traction in the US. Uh, and virtual land is selling for around 60,000, 70,000 US dollars. Whereas we would be willing to even sell it for around 20,000 US dollars. So we foresaw a situation where even if we priced it at a point where it would be affordable for Africans, the international community would still step in at that with that market difference to try flip our properties. So yeah, that's one of the challenges that we face, and also one of the hard decisions we had to make into uh, bringing the price point to as close as a reflection as possible to avoid flippers of the NFTs, as we would rather have people who would rather hold and be true community members of our project, adding value to what we want to achieve, especially with skills transfer to our African community, and also cultural benefits and everything in between.
Got it. And like, it's a whole cycle, right? For example, buying an NFT is land ownership, and then if someone wants to build on it, uh, like, how do you foresee the start and end and like continuation once I get involved in this project?
Awesome. So the good part about living in 2022, which is the current year we're in right now, is that we're actually able to streamline the whole process, especially with our approach of beginning with the virtual estate first. We have the opportunity to create no-code tools for our residents to develop sketches or plans of what sort of buildings they would want on our estate. Sort of like the mobile games you would find in the App Store, where you could design houses, something similar to that, but also have the opportunity to relay those documents onwards to our architects and our engineering firm to get with the working drawings and the like before they can actually get into the physical construction. We would also be in a position to assist with providing the technical support around the construction, architecture work, and everything. We could do everything in-house for you, So it takes away the headache, and you're basically just developing this property on your smart device, basically from your laptop. But if
I
you want a more hands-on approach, we're more than willing to allow you to come in and do all the development yourselves. But you still go through a scrutiny process where we wanna inspect if your buildings are up to our building code, both in the metaverse and in our physical space, as well as also the physical development, if it matches around with what the whole community is willing to accept around them. So yeah, we wouldn't really be strict on who can develop, but then it would invite more scrutiny from our team and of course the whole community, just to make sure we're all in alignment.
Yeah, so like there is a spectrum where like if someone wants to do custom, they can do it, get approval from the community and proceed. But also if someone who doesn't have the capability but wants to, let's say, hire your firm to build it, and like even they have that opportunity to do that.
Exactly.
I see. And once they build it, and then how does the like taxes go, and if there are like fees, are the NFT holders paying for all the yearly property taxes and other fees involved?
Awesome, awesome. So our firm would also extend into property management apart from just development. We would more than be willing to manage these properties for our residents and our clients, especially for people who would be using their properties as a second home or an Airbnb, a mini eco resort where they're only spending a few months of the time there and they're away. So considering that we're on the ground and understand the laws and the taxation processes, we would be in a better position to advise our clients on what taxes would be due depending on what activities are ongoing with their particular piece of land.
I see. Because the challenge I'm forcing is, since like crypto is anonymous, like what if like I buy a fraction of the land and something, and I don't contact you, or you don't have any means to reach out to me, and then the land is sitting idle, someone doesn't build on it, and then next year someone needs to pay taxes, but you can't get hold of that NFT holder through their wallet address.
Awesome, awesome. That's a very good question that we've also taken into consideration. So in an event that we have fractional ownership of a property or a whole property that's been owned, and we don't have the we don't have contact with the owner. I want to believe we will definitely be in a position to contact these people, because considering the nature of the business we're doing, part of the NFT process would more or less be a KYC process, as this also allows us to understand what would be the best avenue for these people to own these parcels of land, depending on their nationality and the regulations in Zambia as to who can own land. For local residents of Zambia, it would more or less be straightforward. But for some residents who would not be able to own land directly, we would actually create the avenues for them to own that parcel of land, whether it's through some investment visa or whatever they require, whatever activities they would want going on. Or we could also create a trust, essentially, and make the owner a beneficiary of that trust. So essentially, this trust also becomes autonomous, and the property owner is not running this property from day to day. So in an instance that we're unable to get in touch with these owners, this trust setup continues to still run. And if we realize some sort of inactivity on that property with regards to to the owner. We would then reach out to probably a next of kin, and really just get to know what exactly is going on. And if everything is okay, well and good. If things are not okay, we would actually make, say for instance, in an event of death, we would actually go our best way if that person has been indeed gifted this property or received it as an inheritance, and then the original NFT is locked away in a wallet that's not accessible. We would actually include an ability for this new beneficiary to uh, actually access the revenues and ownership from this property sitting here. But even in all that, we would also want to ensure that all the taxes are paid and everything running around the property is handled. So the only headache for the owners really would be them receiving the money, and they wouldn't have to be stressing.
Okay, that's great. I know like this is like uh, a challenge, and like things might come up, and you guys will figure out along the way like how to manage those kind of challenges. And I was thinking like what if there is an investor who's like, this is a really good project, I just want to buy NFT, I don't want to worry about anything else, and maybe uh, if there is a parcel where you guys are building a hotel, for example, and whatever monthly revenue you generate, you give it back to me in my account or something, like a passive investment opportunity. And then I was thinking like it might be a time, like if I buy the land now, 2 years it might take 2 years to build the hotel, and then after 2 years, once people start coming in, then you will get return. So when is the return I'm getting on my NFT? So
Awesome. That's a very, very good question. So, depending on how the investment is approached, from what you've described, this could be approached from an individual level or even a group of people or a DAO, which we could essentially create for these people. And we could embed into the smart contracts all the provisions for how this would go about, starting from the inception, from the development of the parcel, from our virtual from our virtual estate. We would actually create all the renders and uh, make sure everybody's happy in that phase of development before we proceed on to the construction, and also run through all those construction processes on time and on budget to our best abilities. Until a point when this hotel or accommodation is up and running. And what also this presents us also is the ability to also sell, say, timeshare NFTs on behalf of this owner, so we can also pre-sell the project even before it's completed. So we would actually have a situation where this particular hotel sort of has its own little finance bank, where a certain portion of those revenues or pre-sales for the rooms or night stays are diverted towards, or rather uh, channeled towards the construction of the project, and whatever remainders on that are also channeled towards the actual owner. So it's a possibility of someone actually seeing returns on that property 2 years, even 2 years before the actual construction. And also, it also allows them to earn royalties if people are actually reselling those parcels before the actual launch date, as we would anticipate higher demand at such a period. So there's actually ongoing royalties for such an owner. So the possibilities are great. We don't have everything figured out at this moment, and we're learning as we're going. But it's really it's so open to so many possibilities that we'll choose the best one on a case-to-case basis with what our particular client wants.
that sounds great. So I think we covered like most of the things around the project, how to get started, how to get involved, what are you guys looking for, the roadmap, anything else from ArchiDAO or from architects or real estate folks watching this video, you would like to share a message?
Awesome. So yeah, I would really love to share the message of unity in the space we're creating. It's really early days, not for only us here in Eastern Zambia, or in Africa, but world over. As we are spearheading ahead, or I mean, going ahead with these projects, it gives us an opportunity to learn from each other of what's doable and what's not doable. So yeah, we would like to invite anybody who would have any input to freely reach out to us and share your ideas, and we could bounce off that, as well as get us in touch with parallel communities who are doing the same thing, so we can continue to spread and develop this industry that's really in its infancy worldwide.
Right. That's a great message, Phil. Thanks a lot for sharing your project, being on our YouTube series, and it's great to provide you support in any forms and make this a reality. So exciting
Mm,
times.
Thank you, Mayor, and the whole ArchiDAO community for having us. We're so great to have you as our advisors on our project as well. And we're so looking forward to the journey. It's going to be a long journey, and we're really buckling and sitting tight for it.
Great. Have a good rest